Good morning, folks. I'm excited to say finally we may have something that people on all sides of the political spectrum can agree on. I hope, anyway. Given the way the internet is, I'm sure there will be much division still somehow, even though there shouldn't be. But let's dive in and see what this means and why I'm so excited about it and why you should be so excited about it as well. Really quick, I do want to give a little update. On our nursery website, we just opened up for ordering throughout the winter to be shipping our food-producing trees and shrubs and perennials in the spring. We have all sorts of great food trees and medicinal trees, things like hazelnuts, persimmons, chestnuts, pawpaws, elderberries, blackberries, goji berries, and many, many more great food and medicine-producing trees, shrubs, and perennials. So if you're interested in that, check it out. We're really excited to offer these up and put them into the world. So now, Joel Salatin. I'm sure if you're watching my humble little channel, I'm sure all of you are aware of who Joel Salatin is. He's a leading figure in the sustainable agriculture movement, probably the leading figure of the last 40 years or so. He's a true grassroots farmer, does things the old school way, has been there, done that, not only small time building the farm up from nothing, but building this really thriving business up to the point where it's renowned across the world. And he just got appointed advisor to the Secretary of Agriculture in the USDA, which is very thrilling, if I'm being honest with you. Usually he's been historically against all this overregulation and the corporate influence of the USDA. So for someone like him to have this position is pretty almost shocking, if I'm being honest, but it's very thrilling. We should all be into healthy food, healthy soil that our nation is built around, healthy people, and ultimately a healthy nation. It doesn't matter if you're left, right, that does not matter here. We're talking about everybody's choice of healthy food, and it's just, he's going to go a long way towards that. And he's great on the economic side of it. He knows what it means to be a farmer who needs to make a living. A small farmer is not a big corporation. So he's going to really help out in this kind of new progression of agriculture, I think. I know he will. And Secretary of Agriculture is a man, Thomas Massie. Many of you have probably heard of him. If you haven't, he's a congressman from Kentucky and probably one of the few politicians with a backbone and the ability to think critically, even if that means outside of his party lines based on the issue at hand, which is very rare. It's very refreshing to see too. They're not just, nope, I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat, so I have to follow. No, he's not afraid to go over the lines. He's not afraid to stand up to some of these powerful foreign nation lobby groups who have massive influence in what America does, and usually against American interests and for their interests. He opposes foreign wars and is a very, looking after America first sort of guy. So that's a big win as well for Secretary of Agriculture. A man of strong character. If you haven't heard about him, look him up. And he's often attacked for the strength of his character, which should be very telling about not only the strength of his character, but the general goings-on in the world if they're attacking a man's character who has very strong moral character. So very exciting. This is a win, I believe, for all of us. Not just, I'm a homesteader and a farmer, so of course we're going to look upon this favorably, but for any citizen of the United States of America, this is a win. I never thought I'd say this, but God bless the USDA. I'd say God bless the USA, but God bless the USDA? I didn't think I'd say that. So this is very promising. We'll see who else gets appointed to this board, but health across America, this is very exciting. Now, the media is probably going to spin it all sorts of different ways. You're already seeing that with RFK Jr., but I urge you all, don't just read an article, don't just read a headline. Go out and listen to these people. Listen to them talk for an hour. Hear what they have to say. It's often not what is being reported to you in the media. Very exciting times. Me and my chickens. We love it.